Good morning. This is Miss Maggie T with Lush Exchange. And if you're new to the channel, I want you to hit that subscribe button so you won't miss another post from me. But I definitely want to go ahead and get into my daily motivation for today. And that is being the bigger person. And I know that is truly hard to do. I know. But sometimes we just can't fight all battles. So I want to leave you guys with the quote. Be selective in your battles, for sometimes peace is better than being right. Silence is truly golden. Definitely want to go ahead and get into why seeking revenge is not the best option. And I get it. You've been hurt by someone you thought didn't have it in them. And you try incredibly hard to deal with it all without being petty and seeking the lowest blow you know you can doctor up. And maybe you got cheated on. Maybe your best friend betrayed you and they turned their back on you and you just never saw it coming. Being the bigger person when you're the one who seems to be suffering the most may look as if it's seemingly impossible, but it's not. It doesn't matter what it was that caused you to feel torn between wanting this particular person to feel a similar pain as you, and having trust that life will play out as it should for them. It may. And you're hurting unexplainable amount, and it's a tough call for which move seems best. Your friends try to tell you to take the high road and you're better than that. And as much as you try to listen and abide by their advice, you still have to fight back that urge to seek revenge. But then you see that exactly what happens when you decide to play by the rules. You are seeking a vengeance towards someone who is not even worthy enough to receive it. Why does the classiest way of going about things feel like the road less traveled upon? Because it is. Why didn't others see your reason behind reacting a certain way? And especially when you're feeling betrayed. Why, of all people, are you the one that needs to make a hard decision to either sink as low as them or swim above the hurt that seems like it's following you? Because you are someone that's strong enough to overcome it. And that's why you're seeking for this. Being the bigger person doesn't make you seem kind. It actually makes you someone who decided taking the high road wasn't about playing nice or doing them a favor. It was about you. Initially, your fear that being the bigger person, like other people are telling you, could make you come off as being weak or hiding from the reality of it all. But it's not that at all. As much as having a voice can be a great thing, your silence is hands down the greatest peace of mind you could ever give them. In fact, your silence is so admirable, so strong, that other people will notice it. Your silence doesn't mean you lack a backbone either. And doesn't mean that you got over it because you didn't really care. Your silence is worthy enough of the greatest applause, drawing in a crowd so large that even those who try to ignore it can't. Eventually, deciding not to allow your revenge-seeking ways to wreak havoc on their life will pay off so much more than any temporary satisfaction of attempting to hurt them ever would. You are meant to take in all the things, good and bad, that happens to you and use them to your advantage. Taking the road less traveled speaks real volumes about your character. And you don't even have to invest real time or energy in order to do so. You will never not endure hardships in life. This will not be the last person to ever hurt you. But your revenge won't help you. And most likely it will just help whoever made you feel this way justify their actions because they're getting a reaction from you. By all means, don't let this pain and hardship turn you to something you inherently are not. This is not you. Don't let someone guide you towards selfish, hateful words or actions. They didn't choose the same path as you because they are not the same genuinely soul that you are. They didn't and may never have the capacity to seek the elegant, more difficult route. Find the real blessing in disguise from all of this pain and do something better about it. Of course, I got a couple of tips I want to give you guys to kind of help you along the way of being that bigger person when you know you just truly can't find it in yourself. It's in there. I know it is. So let's get into it. Think about what truly matters. How important is this drama? Is it really worth it? Is it really worth that time and energy you're putting into it? Or just making you miserable each and every day and you're just waking up in a bad mood all the time? Take all sides into account. People do things for complicated reasons sometimes. Try to think about why they did something wrong to you, or in other cases, how they could have perceived what you did wrongly. Sometimes communication is the key here. It could have been all just a misunderstanding. Ever thought about that? Set high expectations for yourself. Is this truly the person you want to be? Will you look back and be proud of your actions? Don't let your emotions dictate your actions. We all say things we don't mean in the heat of the moment. Take a step back, breathe, and think before you speak or act. A lot of things people say in that heat of the moment that they regret. And you know it. You've probably done it. Find a healthy way to release stress and anger. Writing, talking to a trusted friend, or any other outlet will allow you to deal with that problem. Sometimes it helps to write out all your inner thoughts that you might not want to actually say to somebody. And then it's on paper and you look at it like, is that the right thing to do? Is this worth your time and effort? You have to ask that question all the time. When you give action to that reaction, you're giving them truly what they truly wanted. And they feel like they won in this situation. Think positive. There are probably so many good things in your life. When something bad happens, just think about how you have so much more worth striving for. Don't let that negative turn into something that you have to dwell on so long. Forget about it. Be empathetic and have a conscience. And we all do. Just be a good person. Think about how your actions will affect those around you. If you know something you are doing is going to hurt someone close to you, stop being selfish and don't do it. It's just that simple. Think about the consequences of your actions. How will this affect you in the long run? Does this make you a better person? Take responsibility for your actions. I definitely know that's hard, but own up to the mistakes you make. This is key to being a genuine, good-natured, and mature person. That's how you become a better person. And let it go. Don't hold grudges. Letting go of past issues will make your life so much better, lower your stress level, and allow you to grow as a person. Be tired of all that drama. You gotta want to just be relieved of all of that energy. Like, why this is happening so much? Sometimes you allow it, but I keep adding and feeding into it. Move on. The best revenge is success. Moving on shows that past problems don't dominate your life. You have bigger and better things ahead of you. If you focus on what's most important, it's easier to move on. And lastly, be true to yourself. Stay true to your character and the values you hold. Being the bigger person throughout all the drama will be what is best in the end. Don't let drama and nonsense bring you down to a level that's lower than them. And I said all of those things because a lot of times we get caught up in the back and forth of being hurt. And that's the only way we know to handle that situation, by making them hurt even worse. But when you go about it unbothered and they see that you're unbothered, that speaks even more volumes on your character. And they back down eventually because it's like they're getting nowhere with this situation. It's tough. I get it. I absolutely get it, especially if you're just somebody that deals with a lot of anger all the time and you just don't know how to calm down from it. But you have to give it a try. Deep breath before you react to something. And think about all the things that are being said towards you. If these things are not true, why are you reacting to it? Because in the eyes of everybody else, you look guilty when you're so defensive about it. If it doesn't pertain to you, so be it. Let them. And if it continues, there's other methods that you can take, especially when it's harassing you. You can take legal matters. Do it differently. Because they can take that out against you when you react on them. Because it's harassment as well. So don't meet harassment with harassment. It's the key here. You be the better person. Okay? But that's all I got for you guys today. I'm just speaking to those that just can't get out of these situations and you're just feeling like you're arguing and you got to prove yourself and oh my goodness, I just got to defend who I am. You don't have to. And you notice that it just keeps coming on like a domino effect. When you think you're taking out one thing and you're proving something to somebody else and it keeps coming back on you. Maybe it's the actions that you are taking towards it. You ever thought about that? Because guess what? They're prepared. They know that you're going to react. And they got something even more for you. So trying to get above somebody is not going to work. Because petty people meet petty people. Bottom line. But all right, you guys, until the next time, Miss Maggie T with Lush Exchange. And we are coming on tonight with a special episode, special guest. So I appreciate you guys. And if you love this message, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Get me a like and leave me a comment. I always appreciate everybody that tunes in and are moved by my messages and learn something from it. And today is going to be that message. We can't react to everything like we want to. Okay? Kill them with kindness. All right, guys. I'm out. Peace.